Okay, so for today's deep dive, we're jumping into the Book of Ruth, specifically chapter 1, verses 8 through 17.
Right.
And our mission really is to look at this idea of faith beyond calculation and a pretty surprising ancestral secret hiding in plain sight.
It's such a crucial little book. It connects the
Mhm.
the really chaotic time of the judges to the rise of the monarchy. It's almost like a behind-the-scenes origin story for King David.
And for its original audience, it must have been just completely shocking. The sources we read point to two big reasons why.
Hmm.
First, it's a radically female-centric story. I mean, the whole narrative engine is just Naomi and Ruth making choices.
Yeah, their agency drives everything. But the second challenge is it's just culturally explosive. It takes a direct shot at Israel's pure-blood doctrine.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, you have to remember the law. Deuteronomy 23 explicitly says a Moabite can't enter the assembly of the Lord, not even for 10 generations. It's a hard and fast rule.
So when this story comes out and says that King David himself, the
Mhm.
great king, is descended from a Moabite woman.
It's not a footnote, it's a revolution. It completely redefines who belongs.
Wow. But before we get to that, the story opens with just immense tragedy.
It does. It starts with an immigrant family. Elimelech, Naomi, and their two sons, they leave Bethlehem because of famine and go to Moab.
A survival journey.
Exactly. But it turns into complete loss. Elimelech dies, then both sons die, leaving Naomi all alone with her two Moabite daughters-in-law. It's just this trio of grieving widows in a foreign land.
So when Naomi hears the famine is over back home, she decides to return. But she tells her daughters-in-law to stay.
She pushes them to go back to their own mother's homes.
And she's pretty blunt about why, isn't she?
Oh, brutally honest. She basically lays out the economics of despair. She tells them, if you follow me, you are choosing a life of hardship as foreigners and widows.
She says the only way they could remarry in her family is if she, an old woman, could somehow have new sons for them, which is...
But she knows is completely impossible. She's telling them, I have nothing left for you, go home.
And this is where we hit that fork in the road. Orpah makes what seems like the rational choice.
It's a completely logical choice, yeah. She weeps, she kisses Naomi goodbye, and she returns to her people, her family, her gods.
And you really can't fault her for that. It's a self-preservation move. It's the safe bet.
Absolutely. Which makes what Ruth does next so radical.
Because Ruth just refuses.
She refuses. She chooses this, what our sources call love's loyalty over any kind of personal calculation. She basically throws her calculator away.
And she seals it with that incredible vow, your people shall be my people, and your God my God.
And it gets even more intense. She says, where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. Then she actually calls a curse down on herself if she ever breaks that promise.
Just think about that from a practical standpoint. She's choosing poverty. She's choosing to be a despised foreigner in Bethlehem, all for her elderly, destitute mother-in-law.
By any worldly measure, it was, the most foolish choice.
No.
She was willingly walking into a life of being looked down upon.
So this foolish, non-calculated decision, where does it lead? She expected to be left, empty, as the text says.
Completely empty. But she was filled. That single, seemingly irrational act of loyalty, it didn't just give her a place in Israel, it gave her the most honored place.
From a despised Moabite to the great-grandmother of King David.
And centuries later, she's right there in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. Her decision completely rewrote her destiny, and in a way, the destiny of a whole nation.
It's just such a profound story about risk and trust. And it leaves you with this really challenging question. In those huge defining moments of your life and your career, your relationships, your faith, when is it time to set aside the calculation of personal gain?
When is the rational choice actually the wrong choice?